So I just saw Avengers 2 and it fucking sucks. I didn't really like the first Avengers. I thought it was just an Iron Man movie with a bunch of other shitty characters running around. It was too busy. But I really, really didn't like Avengers 2. So if you didn't like the first one or you're kind of iffy, you will really not like the second one. There's nothing it improves on. It is just a pile of shit. I will be going into some spoilers, but it really doesn't matter. Who fucking cares? You're not going to see this movie, or you shouldn't anyways. So let me tell you a true story. When I went to the theater, a father and his two young sons were sitting next to me. So at first I thought, oh no, these kids are going to be really loud and annoying. But guess what? That wasn't a problem. You know why? Because within the first 30 minutes of this movie, all three of them had fallen asleep. So one of the biggest failings of this movie is they try to do this thing where they're showing kind of depth to the characters, showing their inner turmoil and giving them this kind of angst and showing their lives, but it just doesn't fucking work. One of the new shitty characters is Scarlet Witch, and her power is she waves her hands and like this red shit comes out of it, and it shows the character's innermost fears. So for Iron Man, you know, it's the standard thing that you saw before in the past like two movies was that he's afraid that the interdimensional rift is going to open up again and everybody's going to die and it's going to be his fault, so he has to defend Earth. Okay, that's fine. But then they show like Captain America's inner turmoil, and they're all through these kind of dream sequences. So for Captain America, he gets transported into a 1920s dance party, and he sees his girlfriend there saying, oh, the war's over, and then he just snaps out of it, and they never bring this up until the very end, which is just some kind of throwaway line by Captain America. Then it moves on to Thor, and then Thor's like, oh, I'm also sad too. Oh, why are you sad? Oh, I also saw a dance party, but a Viking one, and I didn't really understand the symbolism, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go away for most of the movie, find an old man, and he's going to recommend that I take off all my clothes and go swimming in some kind of underground pool he set up, and for some reason that's going to give me all the answers to the entire movie, and I'm just gonna come back at the end and solve everything. And then there's the worst Avenger, who's Hawkeye. He doesn't have any powers, he just fucking shoots bows and arrows. He's like, hey, everybody hates me because I'm the most boring Avenger. Well, I know exactly what will fix that. I'm gonna go home and clean up around the house with my wife and two kids, and that will make me way cooler because now I'm dad. And so, yeah, that'll solve all the problems. You didn't like me before, wait till you watch me fucking sweep the porch for 40 fucking minutes at this farmhouse. And then there's Black Widow and the Hulk, who are for some reason in love with each other in this movie. And Black Widow's like, oh, I love you, Hulk. And Hulk's like, oh, I can't fall in love with anybody. I'll hurt them because I'm the Hulk. And she goes, oh, well, when they were training me, they cut out my baby balloon, so I can't have kids anymore. And he's like, what? Like, what the fuck? That just comes out of nowhere. That comes out of nowhere in the movie. And I'm supposed to feel sorry or sad for these people? It doesn't fucking make any sense. And this goes on for at least the first hour and a half of this 3-hour long movie. Now, moving on to the villain, Ultron. This just doesn't work. I guess James Spader does an okay job as just the voice of this character. He's kind of like this sarcastic robot, which is in contrast to Jarvis, who's this gay robot. But it just doesn't make any sense. Like, he hates humans, he wants to kill them, but he wants to get his own human body, and that's basically it. That's his entire character. He wakes up, he's like, I don't like humans, oh, but I'll save them by killing everybody. There's nothing to this character whatsoever. If they kind of contrasted this to Tony Stark, is like Tony Stark would do anything to kind of save the Earth, and then Ultron is like this ultimate kind of projection of this gone wrong. But no, they don't do that. He's just evil. He just wants to kill everybody. Okay, fine. That's whatever. That's the stupidest fucking thing in the world. And then just the story just ends so impotently. So there's all this fucking stupid character building stuff that doesn't work, and then everybody just basically forgets about. And then you clearly see that, oh no, we've gone over 2 hours of nothing happening, so let's just rush everything right away. So then Ultron makes this plan, and then they all chase after him, and then just nothing happens. Of course they're gonna save the Earth. Of course, you know, it's an action movie, what can you expect? But just, you don't feel any kind of stakes in anything. I'll give you an example. People have just said, oh, it's just an action movie. If the action is good, I'll go see it. But there's not really any good action in this movie. There's 3 actual, like, fight scenes or action scenes in total, and they're just all pretty boring and short. It's just the rest is filled with this stupid, sad Avengers. Everybody's crying. The best one I could think of out of everything is the fight between Iron Man and the Hulk. And Iron Man has this huge like Hulkbuster armor and it looks cool. But when they fight each other, there's no blood, nobody dies, nobody gets crushed. It's just them like punching each other back and forth, and neither of them is gonna die. Like Hulk's not gonna get his like brains bashed in or anything by this giant like monster robot either. So you just don't fucking care. It's like watching two rock'em sock'em robots just bash at each other back and forth until one of their heads pops off. That's stupid. So this movie is a total fucking failure on every level. I can't believe that this was even made. Anybody who says this is good is a total fucking idiot. 0 out of 10. Goodbye, good night. Thank you for listening.